All right, good morning, Vietnam. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trey from Treyders coming back again for another AMC live stream, number 87 of all the live streams I've ever done. Great to be back. Great to have everybody here. Cooking with Crisco here for the morning. We are up 1.28% on the day, and the volume is pretty light here in the pre-market so far. Nothing crazy, about 239,000 in volume, which is why you see this kind of meh flat price action. A lot of this these flat candles, you could call these almost doji candles. They're gray candles, right? They don't cover any price action, so that's why you don't see a lot of price action, a lot of volatility. Volume drives volatility. Volatility is going to drive those higher and lower price valuations, which is why you see this starting to get a little bit of a move up for the upside. Now the volume is starting to pick up here a little bit in the last half hour since the 7 a.m. pre-market brokerage openings, which is a beautiful thing to see. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. We're just going to give you a quick rundown on all the things that are happening with AMC here today. You've currently got Ortex pulled up right here, which has 19.18% short interest of the free float, which is stupid. That's so disgusting. And I actually want to talk about short interest here a little bit and a way that you can think about this once we get some more people that roll into the live stream, because there's a fascinating piece, right? Ortex is not the buy all, end all, mean all in terms of what short interest is. This is 85% of the exchange reported data, reported being the key word, meaning they can very, very, very easily be higher than 19.18% or 98 million total shares, right? But that's what you got cooking up right now. Utilization about 88% or so, down just a hair in the last 7 days. It's kind of doing this thing, flatlined, right? Not a lot of new shares on loan are being established, and the discrepancy between the actual shares that are shorted into the market and the shares on loan has gapped down significantly, right? It's very, very, very slim. So that's a beautiful thing to see, right? I love seeing that. That's beautiful. It means that it's harder to borrow stock because the shares on loan are already out on the market. So the only way for them to actually get more shares to short into the market, which really, lines up perfectly with this SHO, the show regulation that's recently come out, is if they take new shares on loan positions, right? So that's a pretty cool thing to see. Daily short sale volume percentage, I'm just going to refresh this really quick. We have yesterday now, and holy Toledo, I haven't even looked at this yet. That's stupid. Look at this, guys. Come on. Drop some silly chickens in the chat. Drop some freaking silly chickens in the chat, because it was 58%. 58%. Ooh, Goju Hachi Pasento. That's 58% in Japanese. Man, that's stupid. So that would explain why we're a little bit red. But dude, 58% short volume, and all I could drop it was a couple percent, which is something really freaking nasty. So that's pretty funny to see. You love seeing it. A lot of shorting took place in the last 2 days. You have a huge uptick in overall shorting, and I'll tell you exactly why. This is my hypothesis. Take it for what it is, right? It's a grain of salt, just one guy's opinion in the middle of who knows where. But it's because you're dangerously close to the end of the spring loading effect, and the shorts are trying to hold it down from a technical breakout. I'm telling you, following lines, as some people would call it, technical analysis is legit. It means something, right? And this close to technical breakout means something. This is beautiful. This is a really solid spring-loaded technical setup. If you're going to break for the upside, you're looking decent. So that's why they're trying to hold this down, in my opinion. That's why we're seeing an uptick in overall shorting. It's because we're in the last 2-3 days of overall technical setup. And if it gets that break for the upside, it's going to be lights out, man. Consolidation will end, and you will know it in a certain way, right? You're going to have an uptick in volume, or have a resurgence in volume. You're going to get that $63 retest and a push over that, which is going to bring back volatility for the upside. And then after that, when you reach new technical highs, you get that technical breakout, you'll see FOMO. And I use the word FOMO sparingly because it does not happen very often. It does not happen very long. FOMO is when there's literally no other stock in the stock market, no security in the stock market, and that exact moment in time that anybody else would rather buy. The fear of missing out means that no matter what price this person pays, they feel like they're going to miss out on an opportunity to make money. I can promise you one thing. Nobody has felt that in the last 3-4 weeks. Otherwise, it would have shot up. It just would have. That's what FOMO is, right? FOMO drives insane parabolic moves. But you get a technical breakout on this, similar to back at $14.50, you will see FOMO. You'll know. You will freaking know. FOMO is unmistakable. You'll know what FOMO looks like, right? That's what you're going to expect once you get that technical breakout. So watch for the volume resurgence. Watch for the volatility come back. Watch for that $63 technical breakout. You'll know what we're doing. We'll cruise go. And we're going to look at Stonko tracker, show you the shares available to borrow, 700,000 as it is right now. And you look at the overall trend, it's down significantly from what it was this morning. It was at 1.3 million this morning and is up to, or down to, I should say, 700,000. Was as low as 200,000. Some shorts probably established positions, but there are also probably just some more lenders that are making stock available to borrow to short into the market. So that's what you got cooking up right now, my friends. Sitting up, I almost choked on my spit again. Sitting up 1.35% here in the pre-market and coming up dangerously close to that pre-market high, 57.64. We are over $57 right now. So that is a beautiful, beautiful move, a beautiful, beautiful setup. And I'm very excited to see what ends up cooking up today. But that's what I've got for this little intro here so far. We're going to chat with the community, answer any questions you guys have. Just freaking kick back, chilling. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to live stream until I got to go make that drive over to get that surgery done. But it's a really simple surgery. I've seen lots of support. I've seen lots of people talking about it. I really do appreciate it. I promise you, this is easy. They're not even using anesthesia. It's local drug of some sort. I think it's called lidocaine, but it's essentially just a numbing agent that they'll put in the area where they're making that incision. It's like literally a 1 or 2 inch incision. They'll put the loop monitor in. They'll sew me back up. I'll be out within a couple hours. I'll go get myself some freaking Subway. We'll be cooking up. So very excited for it. What was the short interest in early February? That's a good question. I can show you. This is super easy. Estimated short interest of free float. We go back to February. Guess what? 9%. It was at 9%. Night and day. Man, I'm telling you, like literally the short interest is higher right now than it was when we squoze up to 72 bucks. It just is. It is. It was 17.47% then, and it's almost 20% now. It's almost as high as it's ever been. The highest it's ever been is 19.64% according to Ortex, right? And we're almost there, which is nasty, 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 nasty. I love seeing that. So that's what we got cooking up this morning. We'll answer as many questions as you want. We also get more people rolling in here. I want to talk about short interest here a little bit, as I briefly touched on it in my video last night, but I think it's an important topic to discuss. We are going to turn on lamp here. This is the, I left it on. Well, this thing has to recharge. Oopsies. I didn't realize I left it on all day. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. Godspeed. This will be too easy, guys. Too easy. Good luck today, bro. AMC trade day. TMI's mask. I love the freaking handles you guys come up with. That's gold. Look at this. $57.32. Looking at the level twos, you got a pretty decent buy wall at $57.15, but no major sell walls. I mean, the spread on these is pretty minimal. Not a lot of volume or size on the ask in any direction, right? All the way up to 60 bucks is where you see resistance, honestly, and it's pretty small size, so that's beautiful. Treyders are Iron Man. Christina. Woo! Arc reactor. Arc reactor. I can't wait for that. I'm going to really have to stick to light taps, because if I freaking crush my sternum or something on accident, I will die. I can't do that. Cannot do that. Thank you, Latrosha. I appreciate that. Slap that ask. Yes, sir. It'll be safe. It'll be too easy, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. Really, I do. I do. It means a lot to me. But I'm not worried in the least bit. This will be too easy. This surgery will be nothing to be scared about. AMC trade day. Man, that is nuts. You guys don't have to do that. I promise you. You do not have to do that. I'm straight up chilling, guys. Seriously. It's all good. This is a minor one. This is very small. All right. Buy a chest pad. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to for sure. Good luck today, man. Much love. Appreciate that, Goozy Gang. Need to invest in a flak jacket to stream. I know. I'm going to have to. You guys are going to have to tie my arms to the freaking wall so I literally can do nothing but just look at the screen. Otherwise, I'm going to start just going nuts if this thing squeezes, which is not good. Not good at all. How long is the recovery? For this, it's really easy. The doctor told me I should be feeling back to 100% within like literally a day. So it's nothing wild. Maybe a day, 2 days. Some people even say a couple hours from what I've read online, but it just depends. I think I'll be fine, but I can't know until I get it done, I suppose. I've got high hopes. KK Loke, I appreciate that. $67 call for June 2nd. I think you mean July 2nd. Good or bad call possible? Or do you mean June 2nd of 2022? I'm guessing that you meant July 2nd. That'd be my guess. So if you want to play a $67 call, man, that's a lottery ticket. It's a huge, huge, huge lottery ticket. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because you only have 2 days for that to run in the money. So the only possible way, unless you take advantage of really small price moves during the intraday, that you make money on that is if it literally goes up 11, 12 bucks. Like, you need that to happen for that to make you money. Personally, you do what you got to do. That's your own financial responsibility, your own decision. I'm just here to tell you the risk. The risk is you're fighting a lot of theta, right? You're losing a lot of intrinsic value on that option with each passing day. 36 cents per share, which is $36.97 total out of a $67 contract. You're losing half of your value with one passing day if it just stays the exact same price. Personally, I don't like that, but you do what you want to do, man. You do what you want to do. Buy stock, no more Gamma Trap Fridays. Yeah, so I really do think it's important to own underlying stock and to have, purchased stock in your account in order to support call options, because call options in and of themselves are awesome, right? They make money. Great, but you don't make money on call options, and they don't gamma squeeze unless people are buying the underlying stock to support the moves. You need the moves, right? You need the underlying buying pressure. Otherwise, they expire worthless, and that's just money that's pissed into the abyss, and you do not want that. I promise you that. You do not want that. All right. Remember, today you're not alone. Ape Nation is with you. Speed recovery, brother. Appreciate that, Wall Street Viking, man. This will be too easy. I'll say this every single time. Wall Street Viking, man, this guy, he literally got me 2 tickets to go out to Miami and watch some concerts. I cannot believe that. I just put in leave at work for July 23rd to the 25th. So I'll be able to freaking cook with Crisco and go watch that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Me and my friend, we call him Alpaca. That's what I'll name him as. We're gonna go watch some bands. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're in the Miami area, July 23rd to the 25th, I'm gonna be there. If you want to go hang out and have some fun. Trey, I have one question for you. What kind? No. I like a tall. Ooh, I'm not gonna answer that, Jordan. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna answer that super chat. I apologize. I do appreciate the $5, but yeah. No. I'm just not going to answer that. I appreciate that, though. Uncle Mikey? Yes! Drop Uncle Mike in the chat. Guys, if you don't know who Uncle Mike is, by the way, Uncle Mike is my uncle. Okay? That was the dumbest thing to say. I can't believe I said that. If you don't know who Uncle Mike is, this guy is literally to thank, literally for who I am as a person. Like, this guy built and bred me. I want to see if I can find a picture of him, because this guy is awesome. Oh my God, I love him. He's such a funny chicken. He really is. He is one silly chicken. Where is he? There he is, Uncle Mike. Yeah. Uncle Mike. Look at this. There's Uncle Mike, man. Here's me and Uncle Mike watching a dirt derby race. That was a lot of fun. By Uncle Mike. Oh, I love that guy. So fun. What a blast. He was back when I wasn't scrawny, but those days are long gone. After this heart surgery, hopefully. Good luck, son. Appreciate that, mother. Uncle Mike. Currently sitting at $57.35. We do have a nice upside ascending level of support as it is right now. Level 2s, no huge level of resistance on the ask. This tells you essentially where you can expect levels of support and resistance, because these are where people are willing to buy and sell stock at certain points, right? Pretty cool stuff. Let me tattoo you. Draws like a pencil. Yeah, man, if you know how to draw, you know how to tattoo a freaking Kong. That's what I want, man. Once all my heart stuff is done, I want Kong on my chest and down my stomach. It's going to be a big chest piece. It'll be sick. Uncle Mike in the chat, people. I love it. I love it. That's so good. Man, so good. You're my prayers, Chupa. I'm never going to forget that. I'll never forget that joke. First, Godspeed for your heart surgery today. Second, I got some $100 calls for the end of this month. You think I'm good? Much love. I'm going to say they're the exact same thing as those $40 calls, man, in my opinion. They're lottery tickets. They're decent on lottery tickets, but nonetheless, they are lottery tickets, right? There's nothing guaranteed about playing calls that are super deep out the money. That's all I have to say for you, man. Like, literally, that's all I can say. If it hits, you make a crap ton of money. But I would not put your entire life savings into super deep out the money call options personally. That's me. It's your financial decision. It's your responsibility. You do what you got to do. But that's not something that I would want to take the risk on. Sup, Lamp? Lamp has to recharge. I didn't realize I left it on all day. Good luck today, brother Trey. We got your back. Love you, man. They just called me a shill on the Masked Pretender. What's the Masked Pretender? Maybe I'm just naive and don't know what that means. But Big Leonard, as long as you're an ape, you're here, man. Could you explain the S3 announcement from yesterday's news? So I got to be honest with you, Cody. I have to read that in order to give you any sort of feedback, because I had a lot of phone calls yesterday. A lot of people were calling me trying to talk about what's going on with this whole situation. So let me pull this up. Well, that's from May 28th. Tanya says, I got called a shill in this channel too the first time I commented. Well, I won't call anybody a shill. I don't do that. That's not for me, man. I throw around words like that very, 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 very loosely, not tightly. I don't do it often, right? That's because we're apes. We're apes. First and foremost, everybody has different opinions, and that's okay, right? We don't have to have the same opinion on everything. So if that happened to you, Tanya, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I apologize. If it was someone in the community that, that obviously isn't cool, but I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't. I'd toss the banhammer super, super lightly. I don't do it. I don't toss around names. You really gotta mess up. You can insult me all day long. Just don't insult my community, or I'm gonna freaking get angry. I just will. I don't stand for that. I can take heat, but you don't do that to my friends and family, If anybody has a link, let me know. I recognize that after I said it, Homeward Bound. I didn't mean loosely. lightly. I'm not seeing the link. If you can bring it up to me, I'll check it out, Cody. What do hedgies, market makers, and me have in common in the bed? Oh, Jordan, you're going silly chicken. God dang it. I hope this isn't lagging. You guys let me know if it's lagging. It looks like it might be. You guys let me know if the live stream is looking okay. I want to find that freaking piece that came out. I'll look at r/AMC stock just to see if I can find some sort of article. I feel like this is probably going to be at the top. Lagging? Okay. I'll fix that. Hold on a sec, guys. Some days the internet here is solid, and some days the internet here is not solid. We'll see if that helps any. All right. You guys let me know if that's any better. Form S3 has been withdrawn by AMC, which removes any more dilution. Great freaking news. There we go. Cool. So essentially all this means is they can't dilute any more stock. They can't sell into the market and try and raise any more capital. That's all that means. Dilution's off the table, which means that what Adam Aaron said, hey, we don't have any more shares available, he was telling the truth. So that's a good thing to know. That's what I'm pulling from what I just read. You guys feel free to fact check me if you want. I didn't see the official document. I didn't read the official document just because last night I had some other things that I was getting done. So you guys let me know if that's incorrect, but that's what I'm reading here, just based on what that S3 is talking about. So that's cool. That's good stuff. What gives you the ability to trust the numbers given you Ortex or other major sources for market data? What gives you the ability to trust the numbers? I wouldn't say that I trust them at face value. I use them as a trend, right? So you can look at Ortex, and I'm going to read that, by the way, that S3 thing. I just didn't get the chance to read it yet. So Ortex essentially gives you a trend. It's their best estimate of what's happening in terms of short interest at that given moment in time. I don't take it blindly at face value because we know, this is actually a good segue into short interest and the way you can think about it. We know that there's no way to know the actual true short interest value that needs to be delivered on AMC stock. Think about this. Failure to delivers. We're very, well acquainted with what failure to delivers are. Call options get exercised. Options market makers can't deliver on the stock when they get exercised. Creates an IOU, creates a synthetic. That's a short interest, right? That's part of short interest. Naked short selling, obviously short interest. But another piece that's not talked about and has very similar metrics to a failure to deliver is a long position that gets marked as a short position, right? So think about this. If an options market maker is failing to deliver on stock, meaning that they do not currently have the stock available in their portfolio and they can't buy it from the market to deliver, that's a failure to deliver. That's an IOU. That's a stock that should not exist, right? And this happens because of availability to stock. Now, keep in mind, obviously, that the options market has a huge amount of leveraging, so it can create a lot of shares, or you'll have a large necessity for shares in a very small period of time if a lot of call options run in the money and get exercised. But in the same way that options market makers have to find some sort of way to get fills done on the bid, on the ask, right? They try to keep the options market moving. The actual market makers that handle just stock have to do the same thing. So if options market makers are running into the issue where there's a lack of supply to keep up with the demand, so they have to create supply, What makes you think that the market makers aren't doing the same thing with long positions, right? What makes you think that, hey, the bid and the ask, there's really just not a lot of stock available, which means that either A, we let the stock price shoot up while we wait for literally people to be willing to pay higher prices, or B, we create supply. They meet somewhere in the middle, right? They have to either A, have that stock in their portfolio to meet some sort of buyers and sellers, or B, they create the supply, which can be thought of as a naked long or short interest, right? There's a lot of things that contribute to the overall price action in the stock and the short interest in the stock. And we're never, ever, ever, ever going to know the whole picture. That's just the absolute truth. Playing AMC stock, you have to be comfortable with the fact that you're not going to know every single thing about what's happening behind the scenes and the inner plumbings and mechanism of the short interest. You're just not, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just knowing the overall trend. We're going to drop a freaking up arrow here. Man, this is the third live stream in a row that I've just been rusty and I'm not drawing this arrow. That is pathetic. Some weenie baby stuff. Weenie baby shit. Not good. I apologize, guys. Holy Toledo. What am I doing with my life? Honest to God, that is no bueno. No bueno. Jesus. Good morning, Trey, my boy. New term from now on is bored. Break out and rip. Good luck today. Sending blessings. Trey's hoodie. Let's go, man. TMI is an 8. I love that guy. The Mass Investor is a really, really cool dude. I love his stuff that he does. The whole entire community will rally behind you today. Your change lives forever. Now let us carry you for the day. 8 strong together. Man, it's honestly overwhelming. I've seen this stuff on Twitter, and it's freaking like mind blowing. I don't even know what to say. Like it's, it really is strange. Honestly, I'm just a community guy. Like I just love having a place to call home and having people to spend time with, and I'm just an extrovert, man. That's where I get my happiness is from people. I pull that from people. So it's awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Really. Uncle Mike is a whale. Correct. Hyakuman Pacento. I love it. Yes, sir. Salute, Trey. Hope for a speedy recovery. Thank you. Thanks for all the hard work you do for us. Love from New York, says Nikki. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Wami Su is correct. S3 is about the hedges not being able to short convertible bonds as short shares. So that's good. That's good news too, right? Short convertible bonds as short shares. So that's also another form of short interest. Free play 775. So like I said, there's a huge piece of this equation in terms of short interest that really cannot even be accounted for. Like think about all the puts and the leverage in the options market, the derivatives market, that can be actually considered short interest, right? It's insanity. It really, really is. There's a lot of things that we're never going to know the full plumbings of, and that's okay. I'm okay with that, Trey, I hope everything goes smooth today. Want to get your opinion on $70 calls expiring end of August. So Derek, I'm not here to make the decision for you and what you want to do, right? You have to make that call absolutely for yourself. It's entirely your decision, right? But what I will say is you're not fighting a lot of theta, right? The time decay between now and the end of August is not going to be that bad. I'm just going to show you, for example, looking at the options chain for $70 over here in the 20th of August, right? Just check this out. $70 strike. You've got a time decay or theta of 15 cents a share or about $15 a day. But the actual contract costs you, $11.75, $11.75, which is $1,100. So you're not losing a lot of intrinsic value with each passing day. The theta is really not that bad, which is good, right? You just have to have a lot of liquidity to be able to play these $70 strikes and make some decent cash. So just keep that in the back of your mind, right? I think it's not as risky as some very short-term explorations, maybe the weekly calls, right? I think this will treat you okay, but that's just me. You do what you got to do. That's your decision to make. All right, AMC as it is right now, you've got a little bit of a sell wall sitting about $57.25. So we're going to move this up just a hair to cover that $57.25 level. Bam, bam, wham, cham. There we go. God bless. All right. All right. Cameron, thank you for that. Appreciate it. I got to scroll back up. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. God bless Trey. Gratefully for being able to help us fight the powers that be. This is a historic revolution. We'll be talking about 100 years from now. Love. Appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm good, guys. I'm good. It was a text. Don't worry about it. It was nice to see. It was nice to see. I won't get into the details. Don't worry about it. Appreciate it, though. Hi, Trey. Hope your surgery goes well. God bless you. Appreciate that. So right now, we are having a small pullback here on AMC stock. It has gotten a decent amount of volume downtick here in the last couple of minutes, and it's testing out this volume weighted average price, the VWAP, which is this gold trend line. This is the average price that anybody who has bought stock today has paid on the day. And holding above that typically brings along more momentum and more price action. It's just more bullish. So reclaiming that VWAP, that volume weighted average price, is going to be the most critical thing for me personally to watch for, to see that we're trending pretty decently on AMC stock as it is right now. God dang lag, man. We're going to have to go down to 64-bit, huh? We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. Bob Saget? Dang it. All right. Just borrow a vest from your unit. No place, of course, and you'll be fine. Absolutely, man. I love it. I love it. I know. I'm trying to fix the lag. I dropped the bit rate. I dropped it. I know. God dang it. Short internet. Short the internet. I'm telling you. That's the only answer. Trying to reclaim that volume weighted average price it is right now. So far, still up 1% here on the day. Just hanging right at that $57 psychological level of resistance. Waiting to get that claim back over that $57 level and hold over that VWAP, that volume weighted average price. This kind of does look like a bear trap setup. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to turn lamp on. We're going to turn lamp off. Bam, 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 bam. Wham, chicken, damn. Decent. Recharge a little bit there. There we go. But that's a pretty picture-perfect bear trap setup on the 1-minute candles. Typically, you won't see as much of a follow-through on the small scale versus large scale, bear trap setup. But that's not too bad. I don't mind that. That could be a sign of an upcoming reversal, just based on the technical setup and patterns. Haven't seen you in 8-bit in a while. I know. We dropped it just a hair. We've got 900 bit rate right now. Typically, I like to have it higher, so I know it's going to be a little bit blurry. I apologize, but we just got to short the internet here, man. The internet's garbage. Honestly. Good morning, Trey. Hope everything goes well today, brother. Please let us know when you get in Miami. We'd love to see some anime with you and eat burgers. Gerardo, I'm going to be there from July 23rd to the 25th. So once I'm there, man, we can definitely do something. We can shoot it for sure. I think I'm going to be staying at the Hard Rock something hotel. God dang. Freaking internet just being a bunch of Bob Saget. Just a pain. Why you gotta do me like that? All right, here we go. We'll see if that does anything. You short internet, they short stocks. Yeah, yes, sir. Short internet. Hashtag short internet. We have to keep and close over $65. So if you're just tuning in, guys, we'll walk you through essentially what this technical setup is right now because it's a really bullish one. And I think we're coming dangerously close to the end of this technical consolidation phase, right? Check this out. I would honestly argue within 1 or 2 days of a technical break, either for the upside or the downside, I'm more inclined to believe it's for the upside, right? Now, if it was to happen today, immediately at market open, it'd be $58.80-ish. If it was to happen midday, $58.60. But what you're looking for is an hourly candle to open and close above this descending level of resistance on this pennant formation. And look at this. The divergence point is literally in the next 2 days. That's super bullish. This is super, super, super bullish. This is just a coiling effect, right? It's tightening up. And the tighter and tighter and tighter it gets, when you let go, it explodes. It's just how it works. And that's how the spring load is set up right now. It's super, super bullish. And I know that it's hard to listen to in the time being, right? When you're in the actual heat of the moment and you're seeing the swings up and down, a couple pennies, couple dollars, right? You're like, man, is this ever going to end? Is this a dead cat? The volume's going down, yada, 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 right? But it's not. It's super, we're chilling. Tinfoil hat time. Matt, Kevin, Trey, and Review Dork are all having problems with their internet. Oh, Michael. Why you gotta do me like that? Oh, no. Oh, geez, Rick. Anything data-driven for other short plays. I've been seeing good data on Root and Workhorse. I've seen you cover NBIS before briefly. Vegeta vibes, brother. So if you want to play other shorted stocks, you definitely can. Just keep in mind that they need some sort of catalyst to drive them, whether it be to sentimental value, whether it be news driven, whether it be technical driven, right? You need some sort of reason for the short interest to get squoze. It's not going to happen randomly, right? You need a reason for it to move. But with that being said, there are a lot of heavily shorted stocks in the market if that's what you want to look at. I just think they're going to be sympathy plays in comparison to what AMC is doing right now. Best performing stocks in 2021, AMC, GameStop, Dogecoin. AMC has been crushing, right? I'm just sticking tried and true. This stock has been doing absolutely nasty, and I think in terms of technical setups, this one's got something just made. It's just set up there. I mean, you look at it, you don't even have to know what's happening with any sort of chart setup. You don't have to understand technical analysis. You can see this is bullish. I mean, this just looks like, this is the literal picture definition of a bull flag. That's disgusting. That is such a nasty looking bull flag, and it's nearing its end. I feel very bullish on this. But if you were to look at one, I think GTT has a decent amount of short interest. I think it's like 40%. I think it could do something. But it's entirely up to you, man. It's entirely up to you. It had a bull flag and broke for the downside. Excuse me real quick. Freaking clogged up today, man. I have to keep clearing my throat. Can we cuddle tonight? Jealous of the V-neck. No V-neck here. Oh, Trey's pink tanked. I haven't worn that in a minute. I haven't worn that in a good second. I gotta bring that back, honestly. If utilization is not at 100%, then can we assume there is no naked shorts because the brokerage could swoop up real shares? Nick Roche, I'm assuming that's how you say your name, but I think naked short selling takes place the most often when there's not a lot of supply available. Do I think that there's naked short selling taking place right now? To be honest with you, it's not likely. And I'm going to tell you why. It's just because there's actual supply available, right? For naked short selling to happen, you have to have a lack of supply. And if the utilization is not maxed out, the odds of there being naked short selling at this current moment in time, right? Not in the past, not in the future, in this current moment in time today is just slim, right? Because there's not the need for it. There's no need for them to naked short sell into the market because there's actually shares available right now. Now, when the utilization goes back up again, that's a different story, right? That's an entirely different story. So just watch for that. Eric says, so if GTT had a bull flag and goes downtrend, it doesn't mean that AMC can do the same thing. It's entirely possible, man. Anything's possible, right? That's why I said earlier when I was showing you what's going to happen, whether it's an upside or downside move, you could see either direction, right? You're more inclined to believe it break for the upside based on the technical trend, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, right? No technical setup is guaranteed to go up or to go down. It just means that based on previous trends, based on when you have this sort of setup, out of 1,000 sort of tries, you're more likely to see it go for the upside than the downside based on the bullishness of that overall formation. I'm inclined to believe just based on sentimental value, based on the technical setup, based on all these filings coming out, based on the hype, right? There's just, you're more inclined to believe it'll go for the upside. Anything's possible, man. Light taps. You're right, Martin. You're right. You got it. Going camping for 2 weeks end of July. No sell signal. Suggestions for a strategy if squeeze happens then. Trailing stop. Not financial advice. Personally, man, that's your own decision to make, right? I'm glad that you said no financial advice, right? That's not my decision for you to do, but it's something to consider, right? You're going to have to think about that and what you personally have to do to manage your own portfolio. I can't do that for you. I really can't. I think that the squeeze will last anywhere between a week to 3 weeks when the time comes, and we've seen that it's actually holding on. It had a mini little run-up, right? Well, I shouldn't say mini. It was a huge run-up. But you have this base setting phase, right? And if it continues to have that same bullishness and strength, the very same thing could happen when it gets its next leg up. It very well could, right? I can't guarantee anything. You might not see the absolute top if something happens during that 2 week period of time, but I can't guarantee you anything. Breakout today, just bought a few more shares. Go Navy, by the way. Oh man, my heart. Dang it. It's not my internet. You don't think so? I don't know, man. I've got wired internet. I mean, you can freaking... I don't want to move my webcam, but this is wired. This is the wire. This is the wire right here. Literally wired up to my freaking computer. So I don't know. There's not much more I can do than have wired internet. That was from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh no! How did I not remember that? Oh, I failed you. Oh, jeez. Rick. Oh, that's beautiful. Jujutsu Kaisen was so good, dude. I freaking loved it. Such a good anime. I recommend it if you're an anime guy or gal. Currently up 0.43%, having a small little sell-off here, hanging out just beneath that volume weighted average price. Gotta move arrow. Arrow, you know what it is? I drew up Arrow too late. I didn't get Arrow on the chart fast enough to get the follow through here, right? We needed this drawn up immediately, so I am to blame entirely. The reason that this is coming below the volume and average price is because I did not draw Arrow soon enough. So I apologize for that. We'll draw Arrow immediately next time, as long as I remember. Who knows if I'll ever remember, though? Who knows? Workhorse is at 40% short interest, highest out there. Does that lead to a short squeeze? Not necessarily, Cameron. You need a catalyst, right? So you're going to have, think of it as kinetic energy. If you have a boulder sitting on the top of a hill, the boulder's not going to roll itself down the hill. The boulder being 40% short interest. You need something to push it down the hill, right? And then once it's down the hill, it's rolling, then the energy goes into effect, right? That's where the actual gains come from. But you can't have the boulder roll without something to push it, a bulldozer. Whether that be a news catalyst, sentimental value, technical breakout, you need something, right? Just something has to push that boulder down the hill. So it's possible, but nothing's guaranteed, man. Coke and hokers. Oh, man. Alexa, I like that. Hope all goes well with the surgery. How do you feel about the $70 call for July 16? I'm down big and bought 2 days ago. I'm assuming it's IV, which is, yeah. IV has been crushing some calls right now, which is why I personally, I've been talking about this a little bit the last couple of days. Short-term expirations, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly expirations, I'd just be careful with that in consolidation phases, right? There's not a lot of volatility right now. The best friend of market makers, options market makers, is this sort of trading. The up and down, up and down, up and down. Be careful with that stuff. Can we grab something to eat in Miami? Love to grab a bite and brew with you and the apes. First super chat of 40K because I chose to believe. Drop some freaking gorillas in the chat for Eric, man. Tell me, I actually want to know. I want to know how many people here are making some filthy cash? Like how many people in here have actually already made money that's going to change their lives? Like I want to know about that because think about this. Think about all the people, and this is what really grinds my gears, man. This grinds the crap out of my gears. Is there's actual people, their real lives on the line, man. Real people's lives that are changing for the better. And you're getting financial media that comes out every single day with some sort of bullshit article trying to separate people. Talking about freaking racial division, talking about gender, talking about you're being bullied into buying stock. Like I saw that Motley Fool article, man. Absolute dog shit. Garbage. You want to talk about separating people? You are literally creating that narrative. It's garbage. Absolute junk. Cannot believe that garbage. Like, how is that even, like, just think about the guy that has to sit down and write that. Think about that. Somebody has to sit down and think to themselves, okay, my boss wants me to write a story about how AMC, a stock, which essentially just created a community of people to educate themselves, create financial independency, create financial education, opportunity, right? Let's just find a way to make this a bad thing. Think about that. Garbage. Let's talk about real things. People making money. I can see this in the chat, man. Some people are saying they made a couple $1 million, 55,000, 12K, 20K, 26, 10K, 40K, 800%, 200K, 140K. I mean, look at this. This is real numbers. These are real numbers. It's real. Can't get over that, man. That grinds my gears. Somebody has to sit down and think that, dude. Somebody has to sit down and think to themselves, you know what? You know what? Screw these guys. Let's try and make this a separation thing about race, gender, age, location. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's garbage. Nobody buys that. Praise your docs are able to get your heart stuff resolved. I had 2 uncles pass previously because I didn't get it taken care of like you are. Dip and rip, man, I'm trying my best. That's all I can do. I'm going to go try and figure out what the heck's going on. I know that I've got that hole. We'll eventually try and get that fixed. Just taking a day at a time, man. Taking it a day at a time. That's all I can do. Bro, it's awesome having you back live part-time. Jermaine with a T. No! Oh, that grandpa story. Oh, I love it. You guys come up with this stuff so quick. Jermaine is what my grandpa calls me. He never calls me Tremaine. He calls me Jermaine. I always go, Grandpa, that's not my name. It's Tremaine. He says, yeah, okay, Jermaine. I love it. Welcome to Trades, where we eat ass and slap the ass. James, that's funny. Go see Chris Dyden at Shine On Tattoo Studio in Lawton. Dude is the best in the freaking state. Can do anything you want. I am legitimately going to write that down. I'm writing that down right now. Writing that down right now because I actually want somebody to make my my chess piece. Chris Dyden. Lawton artist. Sweet. What up, Trey? Salute from the cheat. Let's bleed these hedges pockets dry. Holding to the moon, homie. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Will. Man, I love this. Can we get Luffy as King of the Pirates tattoo together? I've already got a Luffy tattoo. I've already got one, actually. It's I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see if I can show you. This is on my calf. Hold on a sec. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. There's Luffy. He's doing the corkscrew. Ah, it's too far away. But it's there. You'll just have to trust me. You'll just have to trust me, man. Big Luffy fan. Old lamp, please, for the day. Will, we got lamp cooking right here. Should we leave lamp running? You guys let me know. We got a nice bottom out here. Check this out. We got a bottom with this level of support down here at about $56.60. Pretty dry price action, right? Not a lot happening, not a lot of volume. 467,000 in total volume here in the pre-market here so far for Webull. Not speaking on all the exchanges pre-market volume. Looking at the short interest, it's up a little bit here in the pre-market, up 0.04% to 19.19%. So I'm actually going to just take a second to tweet this out. Some people aren't able to watch on YouTube all day. So I'm just going to tweet this out so people have the information if they'd like to have that. 1 second. Dude, Ray Lyons, 1,600% on call options, got us a house down payment. Let's go, baby. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Oh, you love to see it. You really do. Happy birthday, Trey Coors. I love it. Getting aside much love and praise to you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. A chess piece in the form of Gorilla Pecs. I'm gonna get Kong, man. Kong right here. And I want to get the Kraken to essentially give respect to Kraken, man. It's gonna be on my shoulder. It'll wrap around the back of my shoulder blade and maybe a little bit up here on my collarbone. Jermaine, for the people at England, can you say it's coming home? It would be nice for the squeeze to happen with England winning the Euros. Brandon, it's coming home. It's coming home, baby. Eventually. I can't guarantee anything, obviously, but I'm bullish on it. I think there's more on the table, obviously. Your thoughts today. Stay positive as always. I got 50 option calls 2 weeks ago for July 9th at $62. More than half has dropped due to volume and intrinsic value. I want to hold. If I roll, I lose more than half. Dots. I don't think the IV on call options right now is going to get better until you get some sort of crazy volatility or a volume uptick. It's a tough call, man. That's your decision to make. Personally, if it was me, I would, but I'm not always right, man. I've made mistakes. I've gotten things wrong. We also need to recognize that. I'm not a guru by any means. I'm not a perfect trader. I haven't always gotten stuff right. I've had call options before that have expired worthless. So just know that, man. It's entirely your decision. I stand by that. All that I'm here to do for you, my friend Nick, you're always here, man. I appreciate you so much. Is show you the facts, right? And if you have a July 9th options expiration, right? Let's just show you this really quick. July 9th for $62. The theta is 28.6 cents a day. And the current value of that is $360 a contract. So you're losing, maybe 5-10% a day while you wait for that to potentially run in the money. So it's a decent amount of theta, man. I mean, you lose a decent amount of value if it doesn't pop up a little bit every single day. So that's your decision to make, brother. Up 400%. Let's go. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My birthday wishes today. Go for your surgery, bud. Appreciate that, Trace Keyboard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I've got a couple minutes, and then I have to get ready to go drive to get this freaking surgery stuff done. Good luck today. Appreciate that. You think we hit $60 again before end of week? I can't guarantee anything, Anderson. I don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately. What I will say is I do expect a violent move for either the upside or the downside within the next two trading days based on this consolidation spring-loading effect that we currently have cooking up. I think you're going to have a nice move. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good luck, Trey. Thank you. Good luck today. Man, light taps! Light taps! You know what I'm going to do to compensate? This is what I got to do. And since I can't freaking just bang on my chest like a gorilla anymore, I'm gonna just have to scream when I light tap it. Light taps! Light taps! Light taps! You have to make up for it with a voice. That's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. Appreciate content information, but subscribe since last year around May 2020 to the Moon Apes. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody. I really do. I can't describe this. I really can't. So I'm going to leave this live stream off with a little bit of a story, you know? I always assume there's at least one new person that's tuned in every single day. I want to leave you with this. I read something on Reddit the other day, and most of the time I skim over this stuff, right? It was essentially somebody that was criticizing AMC YouTubers, right? And I've seen this opinion before. And I can understand where they come from. You know, it was essentially saying, man, these AMC YouTubers, these super chatters, these guys who are just trying to treat this like a business, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I think those people exist. I'm not here to name names. You have your own opinions to form about everybody, right? But what I will say is this. Since January, I came onto YouTube. Well, I came back on December, but I came onto YouTube, you know, in January talking about AMC stock because I was angry. Because I was directly affected by AMC. I got liquidated in January. I lost a lot of money back in January because of all the craziness and the stuff that happened, right? I came from a spot of living literally by the bare bones minimum, eating bananas and ramen noodles for meals for months at a time, slinging wings at B-dubs, working an internship on campus at St. John's University, you know, working 50, 60 hours a week trying to make ends meet. You know, I've been there. I've struggled. I've hurt, man. I've been lonely. I've been depressed. I know how it is because I'm just a regular dude. I am. And I stand by what I try to bring to the table with AMC, man. And what is that? Essentially, it's a couple things. It's education and most importantly, a community. I want a home for people, man. I want you guys to feel like you matter to somebody because who knows? Somebody could be watching this right now that's literally living in the back of their car like I've had to do before. Somebody could be watching this right now who's living on ramen noodles and bananas like I've had to do before. Man, it can be worse than that. People, like, there are a million people out there who have it worse than I've ever had it, you know? I just want a home for you, man. I want a home. I want an opportunity for you to be able to change your life the same way that I've been able to change mine. And that's what I stand by. 100%. Absolutely. I will never, ever, 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 ever regret having started this YouTube channel. I just won't. I won't. So that's what I've got for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed tuning in here. Do me a favor on the way out. I only ask once a live stream. Drop a like. If you don't, I don't care. I don't even care if you subscribe. Don't have to do it. You do what you got to do, man. Just find a place to call home. Chill out right now, right? We're sitting fine. Consolidation phase, spring loading. This shit's beautiful. AMC stock is cooking with Crisco. We're eventually gonna go to Tendy Town, Chicken Church, Kraken Kingdom. The abyss is sinking down, and the apes are rising up. And it's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate everybody immensely. It does mean a lot to me. To everybody that dropped a super chat I didn't get to see, I appreciate you. I really do. You never have to do that. I really do truly mean that. I'll read the chat bar. I'll go back and forth on purpose. But nonetheless, I'm going to go get my surgery done. I'm going to tune out. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. I'll try and put out some sort of video tonight. No guarantees, right? It's just going to depend on how I feel, how tired I am, if I'm hurting any. But if I feel all right, I'll come back and I'll put something out, let you guys know that I'm cooking. So appreciate everybody immensely. Much love to all. And guess what? Peace. Like taps, baby. Appreciate everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.